Hey, Mike.
What?
Do you occasionally place a bet on a sports team?
Sure.
Well, Tail Network is here to help.
What is that? What is Tail?
Tail is a social network for sports enthusiasts and gamblers.
Oh, like you. You're a football nerd, right?
It kind of is. My season is starting right now. Post sports-related content as well as your picks, and they appear right on the feed for all of your followers.
Really?
Everyone else can see your analytics, and you can start charging for your knowledge.
Oh, really?
Yes. Coins can be purchased on the App Store or through the website tailnetwork.com and used to buy picks. You can then cash out the coins you've earned for real money. Again, that's Tail Network on the App Store and tailnetwork.com. Visit them on tailnetwork.com. Again, that's Tail, tailnetwork.com. And you can find out all your information and sign up today. The NFL season is just around the corner, and you need to be on top of your game with Tail Network.
Although it's been 20 years since the events of 9/11, many of us can still remember it like it was yesterday. America and the world even has never been the same. From Rifleman Media, the King of the World podcast series explores the impact of that day for the American Muslim community through the journey of its host, who was a high school senior at that time. This 7-part series delves into what it was like to be a Muslim living in America for the past 20 years in a unique and accessible way, covering topics like identity, belonging, mental health, and addiction, alongside the related events of the last 20 years, including the war on terror, spying, discrimination, media representation, and resilience. If you like podcasts like Serial or 1619, then you'll love King of the World. Subscribe now to King of the World wherever you get your podcast.
Hey, Mike, you look older lately.
Yeah, I've been sitting in front of my screen for hours at a time.
You know, that's not good for you.
Tell me about it.
You need to get Let's Face It, a revolutionary protective serum that harnesses the power to help you de-age.
Prevent digital aging?
Recent studies have shown how important it is to have protection from high-energy, visible HEV light. It can help you revitalize damaged area. Mike, where can we find great information about this?
At impressionderma.com. impressionderma.com.
Get your blue light protection today at impressionderma.com.
Prevent digital aging.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, have you ever heard of Unidragon.com?
Have I ever heard of Unidragon.com?
Yes, Unidragon.com.
Why, yes, I have heard of Unidragon.com. That's the puzzle dude.
The puzzle dude, that's correct. He has tons of puzzles, and of course, he is the best and original wooden puzzles.
You have owls.
Guess what is the #1 best-selling puzzle?
The owl.
Do you think you had anything to do with that?
No, everybody loves owls.
Well, right now, you can get 40% off in stock if you go to unidragon.com/products/enchanting owl. You need to make sure you get yours today. Now, they also have 2 to 6 days for shipping and domestically ship within the United States. They have a great customer support. If you ever have any questions regarding your puzzle, except for how to put it together, you can email them at care@unidragon.com. If you want to get 10% off, you can use our code DRAGONTECH. Again, that's Dragon, DRAGON, Tech, TECH, for a 10% off discounts. Now, if you want the original, go to Unidragon.com. Beware of fakes. Only get your wooden puzzles at Unidragon.com.
Get them all.
Hey, Mike, have you heard of SkuVault?
Yeah, isn't that one of those inventory management software for e-commerce sellers?
That's right. SkuVault is a cloud-based inventory management system that helps retailers track and manage their inventory at scale. Over 1,000 of America's best retailers trust SkuVault to help them build crowds of happy customers that review, recommend, and rebuy from their business.
Yeah, SkuVault was built by e-commerce sellers for e-commerce sellers. Their team of experienced e-commerce experts have been in your shoes, and that's why 10 years later, they're still evolving to help their customers grow their businesses successfully and manage supply chain challenges.
Hey, that sounds pretty good. What kind of benefits do they offer, Mike?
SkuVault users can use barcode scanning to automatically sync and track inventory locations and quantities no matter where they are located. Connect to the software they already use with their robust integration and open API offerings, and make smarter forecasting and purchasing decisions with their suite of reports, just to name a few.
Wow. If you've ever been worried about onboarding time, don't. Their team of customer success experts offer US-based training via phone, email, or tickets with strategies to help your business expand. And the best of all, it's all included. Never pay more for support.
Yeah, sounds like I need to tell all my business owner friends about SkuVault.
Now is a great time to get your inventory operation in order. TechTime listeners can sign up for SkuVault today and receive onboard training through the end of the year by going to www.skuvalt.com/page/tech-time-podcast, or by clicking on the link in the description box at the end of our podcast. Visit SkuVault to get the best cloud-based inventory management system that help retailers track and manage their inventory today.
Coming to you from the shores of the Pacific Northwest, keeping you up to date on technology while enjoying a little whiskey on the side, with leading-edge topics along with special guests to navigate technology in a segmented, stylized radio program. The information that will make you go, Pull up a seat, raise a glass with our hosts as we spend the next hour talking about technology for the common person. Welcome to Tech Time Radio with Nathan Mumm.
Welcome to Tech Time Radio with Nathan Mumm. I'm your host today on our second hour of our 2-hour show, the technology show that makes you go,
Yeah, you got that?
I got that. This is our relaxed hour, right? It's a little bit slower. Yep. The music, you ever notice the intro music's a little slower? We're enjoying the day. What's that?
Nothing.
You're usually buzzed by now?
You're usually too buzzed by now.
That's right. Okay, welcome to the technology show for the everyday common person with segments and subjects weeks ahead of the mainstream media. Of course, we are live streaming right now at KKNW. You can also go to techtimeradio.com and click on the big screen in the middle there and watch us on YouTube or Twitch TV /TechTimeRadio. And then, of course, you can always tweet us on Twitter at #TechTimeRadio.
Or you can treat us.
Us
on Phonics worked for you, didn't it?
There you go.
See,
All right.
I don't even have to say that anymore.
This is our 2-hour show, and this is hour 2. In this hour, we're going to be talking about our special segment that we have specifically designed around Mike and I's drinking problems. So we got letters that we're going to be talking about, and then we have a super fan here that's been stalking us for a year.
There's somebody sitting right here.
And we got 3 people on the air, so I would like to introduce. Do you want to introduce yourself, super fan?
Sure. My name's Mark.
Okay, and Mark, and how long have you been listening to Tech Time Radio?
Since your episode 1.
Since episode 1.
Studio 6.
There you go, Studio 6. Remember Studio 6?
I remember Studio 6.
Studio 6 is great memories there.
Yeah.
It was crammed in a little area, and we made it look so big, and it looked really great, and everything was pretty good. Okay, well, and then we
remember things a lot differently.
I do. I'm always on the positive side of things. And then, of course, we have a very interesting episode where we're going to be talking about Bad Big Brother. So I know you have a huge segment there that you have some items to talk about.
Talk about everybody's favorite bunch of cops.
Bunch of cops out of a
LAPD.
The LAPD, and something that's going on that everybody needs to make sure that they are up to date about and making sure that they're keeping their information safe. And of course, we got lots of great things that we do. As we always start our second hour show, we start with our good partners on KKNW from the Love Shack, right? Mm-hmm. So they always have a very
David's fixing to say something.
Well, David's going to say something. What's David going to say? David, you want?
Yeah, I got to do my usual plug, right?
Well, normally you do it at the very end, though, don't you?
Well, I feel like doing it now because there's also an addition that I have to throw in.
Okay. Well, what time does the Love Shack air?
Okay, the Love Shack Live airs every Thursday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. right here on AM 1150 KKNW. And I was just informed during the top of the hour that Mr. Mike Gordy over here will be back on Thursday, October 14th.
Yep. Well, there you go. All right. Here's our question of the day. All right. Do you believe in destiny?
Only when she's on a pole.
Oh, you can't say that.
No.
Family show. Family show.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Do I believe in destiny?
Yes.
That's a very hard question to answer.
Okay. Why is that?
Because it's a really hard concept. Do you believe in destiny?
I don't.
Why not?
Because have you ever seen the movie Mr. Destiny?
I have.
Sometimes he hits the ball and then becomes the the big champion, and then he marries the bombshell girlfriend instead of his other wife type of deal, and it wasn't as good as the original one. So I don't believe in destiny.
Okay.
Because if so, then I'd have to go into a mixer in the middle of no man's town to do a special sauce to change my destiny.
So if you think about like multiverse theory,
Yeah. Are we getting Marvel on us?
That's not just an exclusive Marvel concept. That's an actual concept that people are studying.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The actual multiverse theory is that every decision that we make splits off into a different universe.
Well, like a timeline, like Loki.
Not quite.
Okay.
Not quite.
All right.
So that would be a plug for a kind of destiny.
Okay.
And then from religious backgrounds and spiritual backgrounds, destiny is a huge idea.
Okay.
That everything that you're doing has already been done.
Okay.
And you're following your path to your destiny, right?
So is that a yes or no?
I don't have a yes or no answer for that.
So you got a maybe?
I have a yeah. It's kind of like I think about aliens, and I don't necessarily believe in aliens, but I'm not closed off to the opportunity that there may be aliens, there may be Bigfoot.
Okay.
Well,
of course there's Bigfoot. Have you seen the
so
Slim Jim commercials?
Yeah, destiny doesn't exist, but Bigfoot does.
That's right. All right.
That's awesome.
All right, David.
You live in a really interesting multiverse.
I do.
Yeah, no kidding.
Dr. Strange is in charge of it, though.
No, you are Dr.
Okay,
Strange.
all right. Okay, David, you're up.
I guess I would say yes if the situation's right and the stars align. I would say I do believe in destiny.
Okay, and I said no.
What about Mark here? Mark.
Mark. Our guest, our super fan.
We're gonna completely.
Way to go!
How about that?
Way to go! What would you say?
I guess I lean more towards Mike. It's a maybe, but I like to say we make our own destiny.
We make our own destiny.
So in that way, I guess it'd be a yes.
It'd be okay.
Yeah, watch Terminator. No fate but what you make, right?
Oh, there you go. Okay.
You
All right. Okay. You know what? That was an exciting segment. And again, that's brought to you by the Love Shack. Thank you very much. Well, we are now going to get into technology, and we're excited because we bounce this back and forth. So every time you're either going to get the TechTime steals and deals 1 week, and then the following week you get letters. And we got some great letters today, so we're going to start our next segment.
Letters, we get letters. We get back and back of letters. Oh, letters, we get letters. And the letters all have songs.
All right. I got the first letter sent to Nathan at eeservices.com. And this is from eeservices.com.
I'm glad you're sending yourself emails.
So I sent myself this email, voicemail message, time duration 1 minute and 10 seconds on Monday, August 30th. Nathan, you have a new voicemail, time duration. Here's the problem. So first off in the title, it says it's 1 minute and 11 seconds. It's only 45 seconds on the email here. So it must have changed by the time the title was there. There must have been additional items. Click here to learn more about your voicemail message.
And what happened when you clicked it?
I didn't click on it because I don't have a voicemail service.
Okay.
So if I'm going to get a voicemail in my email sent from myself to myself, the chances of me actually clicking on it are probably 0 to 0.
Oh, did you used to do that to yourself when you had an answering machine? Call yourself and leave yourself messages?
No, but you know what I did do?
What?
I had an answering machine back when you used to have your your answering machine,
the tape deck.
Yeah, and you used to have the flip phones and everything. So if you called me, here's what I said. Hello.
Oh, you were that guy.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Nathan.
Yeah, you were that guy.
What are you saying? Yeah. So I would do that for like a minute.
Do you watch Archer?
I do not watch Archer.
Oh, you should watch Archer.
Did he do the same type of deal?
Yeah, there's a running gag in Archer about that.
Oh, okay. All right. There you go. Now you're up with the next letter.
All right. So this is an interesting one. This is to Nathan from Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith.
Yeah, Kevin Smith 777.
Okay.
At yahoo.com.
I don't know a Kevin Smith, but okay.
You don't know who Kevin Smith is?
I don't know, but maybe I should know Kevin Smith.
You claim to be a nerd, but I don't think you are.
Why? Who's Kevin Smith?
Kevin.
Oh, he's that producer, right?
Yeah, he clerks.
No, I do know who he is.
Comic book man.
No, I don't know who he is. Okay.
I'm just.
So Kevin Smith sent me an email.
So Kevin Smith sent you an email
at a Yahoo address with a couple
Yahoo,
numbers.
Yeah. So I hope your week is going great. Starts off really, really, really pleasant.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm supposed to get an eBay gift card or Apple iTunes gift card for my friend who is a cancer patient. It's her birthday, but I can't. He should have used Grammarly. It's her birthday, but I can't do this now because I'm currently traveling and I tried purchasing online, but unfortunately, no luck with that. Can you get it from any store around you? I'll pay you back as soon as I am back. Kindly let me know if you can handle this so I can tell you how much. Sincerely, blessings.
Blessings.
Kevin Smith.
Oh,
So Kevin Smith, who you don't know,
I don't know. Nope.
is emailing you out of the blue to help him out of a fix.
Oh, okay.
Right?
A cancer patient.
Well, yeah, he wants to give a card to a cancer patient.
Okay.
And he needs you to pick it up for him.
Oh, and then he doesn't tell me how much he needs, but if I reach out to him, he'll tell me.
He'll pay you back whatever you spend on that bad boy.
I bet you that probably is not going to be the case. Do you think?
I don't know. Kevin Smith's kind of out there, so maybe this is legit.
I
doubt it, but
I highly doubt
you know.
All right, here's my next here's my next letters. This is from ILOR Hot Stuff 9 WKGK-K. Look at that.
Hot stuff.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
I'm not making up the. We're still going at googlegroups.com but limited at open now at something. You see that email address?
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So if you have to type in that email address, that would take a. Oh, and it keeps on going. .org.uk. Okay. Congratulations, you won. Click here. And underneath there, it has a picture, which we can show all the audience, but I have a picture here. I can win a Rolex. I can win an I have one exclusive $90 reward and some either testosterone medicine.
It looks like you can get some
testosterone pills.
Enhancement drugs.
Or I can win an iPad, or I can win an iWatch, or a Rolex.
How are those things equivalent?
I don't know, because the Rolex is probably way more than the iPad or the iWatch.
You know, if that were legit, you're going to click that button and get a pill. You're not getting a Rolex.
You're not going to. No, you're going to get the whatever pill it is available that'll be free, and then shipping
extends.
and then shipping will be $29.99.
That's right.
That's right. Okay, you got another one over there?
Yeah. This is from the Saudi Aramco crude oil company.
Oh, okay.
At no reply at SaudiAramco.com.
Oh, Saudi Aramco. I know them really well.
Do you?
Never. Okay.
So, and the subject is an oil deal.
We got an oil deal on that.
Yeah. And what's awesome is they did this old style letter format where they gave their P.O. box number and the heading.
Okay.
They did their professional heading on the email.
On the email, where are they from? Where are they located at?
They are in Dhahran,
okay.
Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Good day.
Good day.
Sorry for breaking into your privacy.
Oh, okay.
We have Ray-Ban glasses on.
Facebook.
Yeah, I have a legit and genuine lucrative business deal to discuss with you. Can I trust you to be a sincere partner to handle the business?
Oh.
You got to handle your business.
Okay.
For more information, reply back Mrs. Reem Nessar, Sales Marketing Manager at Saudi Aramco Crude Oil Company. So they want you to handle your business.
Okay. They had such great introductory words there. It sounded very professional.
It was this is okay until you get to the third sentence, and then they forgot to capitalize on I, so they lost me there.
They lost you
There's no way I'm going to do business with them.
Grammarly didn't help them.
Grammarly did not help them.
All right. Here's my next one. This one's great because they Bitcoin payment. Now, nothing's better than having Mr. John Pope give me a Bitcoin, and you take a look at that. He even gave me a login and password in the email. So
look at that.
Look at that. So I mean, it's got to be secure if he's sending me in plain text format Bitcoin payment. Hi, Rob Hoffman here. As requested, we have now
deposited. John Pope, Rob Hoffman, huh?
Rob Hoffman, but yet it's from Mr. John Pope.
Yeah.
You see that? So it's from Mr. John Pope at crypto.org, probably a fake site, or it's probably a real site that will scam stuff. We have now deposited 30 Bitcoin. See how much Bitcoin's going for right now? Let's just say it's going at the low end at 30,000.
Well,
okay?
after Ecuador
Yeah, it
started,
went down a
it
bit.
plummeted to 43,000 a Bitcoin, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that's what we're.
So we'll just even do 30,000, right?
All right.
30,000. He's going to give me. He's going to
give
give me
30 Bitcoins. Huh?
30 Bitcoins. So that's 900,000.
I think you should take that.
$900,000 into your Bitcoin portfolio at fortcoin.net. Sign in here. Here's the customer ID. It's 102-97683 with the customer password.
Don't give it out. Everybody's going to get on
Oh,
there.
yeah, that's right. HCDF895.
Okay.
Now, the C is lowercase, so I just want to make sure if anybody's trying to do that. And I guess
please don't.
If I log in there, I actually did play with this a little bit on another machine.
Okay.
So then the first thing it says is to verify this information for your transfer because of taxes that you need to pay. Please put in your credit card so we can make sure you cover the taxes.
Okay.
So if I'm going to have $900,000 in taxes that are going to come on in there, I'm going to have to probably pay them the taxes, and then they're going to release me the funds
instead of the
Bitcoin.
actual thing of just releasing the after-tax benefit.
Correct. So they're
Yeah.
going to want me to pay tax up front, which is the money that they will steal from me.
That's right.
And then I will never get 30 Bitcoin.
Right. Okay. So there you go.
Okay. Do you have one last one?
I have one from Ilaria Hot Stuff too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you click here, answer and win a brand new Galaxy S21.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did it have any pills on that one though?
No pills, just
No
a
pills.
Galaxy.
Oh, okay.
I
Again,
I feel gypped.
You didn't get the double decker. You didn't get a Rolex in there either. Did
No Rolex, no enhancement products, no.
you? And it says take the survey now, so you only have to take the survey, right?
Did
Have you ever done? I've done one of those before. Have you done it?
I
70
unlike
questions.
you, I
70
don't
questions.
click on stuff like this. I just ignore this stuff.
Here's the questions they ask you. What is your mother's maiden name? What is the name of your first pet? Where were you born? So on your survey that you do, essentially what they have on these is the list of all those
your password
security
questions.
Yeah, your security deals that you do in the bank. You know, when they ask you where'd you go to school, your best friend's name, they ask you everything on these surveys, and then you put them in, and then now all of a sudden they have a profile of you with all of your secret words.
There you go.
It's a very smart survey.
That is a
I don't
smart
think you
survey.
win a Galaxy S21 either.
I wouldn't know.
I don't think so.
You know, I didn't answer their questions.
No, that's right, because it was sent to me. Okay. That's all right.
Nice.
All right. Well, we're going to take a
Nice
break.
job.
You like that?
No.
We're going to take a break. When we come on back, we have our super fan here, Mr. Mark Gregoire.
Are you sure you need any more whiskey?
I don't know. I know his name pretty well. Super fan. He is going to be talking, and his job that he thinks that he can do is he can pick out a whiskey that both Mike likes and that I like by listening to the show and understanding our palate. So you don't want to miss this. Is Mark going to be successful or will he fail? I'm probably taking the over and under that he's probably going to be successful. But we'll see. And it's an opportunity for you to see also. And then we still have our Bad Big Brother episode that we're going to be talking about in that segment with a LA Police Department and something that they're doing that they probably shouldn't be doing. We'll check you right back after this commercial break. I'm Nathan Mumm. Microday here. David Brown behind the window. And we have, of course, Mr. Superfan, Mark Gregoire. See you after this.
Upper Left Corner is a PNW true crime podcast now streaming on all major podcast platforms. If you get excited when your favorite true crime podcast tells a story about a place that you've been to or the town that you live in, then Upper Left Corner podcast is for you. Each week, I tell you a story of a crime that has taken place in the PNW and give you background about the town the crime occurred in. If you like true crime, check out Upper Left Corner podcast, now available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and more.
Ace Hardware is a helpful place with prompt, friendly service, knowledge, and the little things that make a big difference.
Service,
Selection,
advice,
community involvement,
competitive prices,
convenience,
located near you,
and the things you need such as
house keys,
lawn and garden,
plumbing,
electrical,
hardware,
grills,
outdoor living supplies,
and even nuts and bolts.
When you visit Ace Hardware, you'll be greeted at the door and given the help you need.
So come visit us at Ace Hardware in Evergreen Way in Everett, Lake Stevens, and now Stanley.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Welcome back to Tech Time Radio. I'm your host, Nathan Mumm. We got Microday here, and we have our super fan all the way down from Portland that has been listening since episode 1. So we have been on over a year now. And remember Studio 6, and so he has a whole algorithm chart that he's put together of what we like and what we don't like so that he can come on in here and he's going to explain some of the whiskeys. We're going to taste them, and he's going to think that he's going to pick out one that your palate likes and my palate likes. So, Mark, let's...
We're calling this the Whiskey Throwdown?
Oh, yeah, we're going to start the segment. You're going to love the music because here, let's start this segment music now.
And now our pick of the day for our whiskey tastings. Let's see what bubbles to the top.
That's the first time in hour 2
really
that we've got our pick of the day. That's right.
You didn't make a whole brand new one?
No. Why would I do that? We have a nice one. Don't you like that music?
Yeah, but I hear it in the first hour.
Oh, but if you only listen to the second hour,
that's
this will
right.
be the first time. So
yeah.
now,
well, we don't drink whiskey in the second hour usually. So
we don't. But
we got to be careful today.
It's a double bonus day today. All right, Mark, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
First off, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do? What do you? Where do you work?
I'm in the IT field. I work for Copiers Northwest, headquarters here in Seattle. I'm based out of a branch in Portland.
Out of the branch in Portland, Copiers Northwest. Let me tell you a story here about Copiers. Man gets 4 years in $126 million printer toner thing.
Yeah.
A salesperson, specifically in California, in Gilbert and Michaels of West Los Angeles, California, preyed on tens of thousands of small business by offering them toner they didn't need. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right.
Make sure that this is not associated at all
to Copiers Northwest.
Copiers Northwest.
No, it's not Copiers
Thank
Northwest.
you for that, Mike. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm here to try and keep him in the.
So this just
track.
came on up this week. Essentially, it was announced that Mr. Michaels and 20 people were arrested that were accused of connection with operating a toner takedown. So essentially what they would do is they would go to companies that had just bought brand new printers. Immediately upon the printers being purchased, they would go on in and they would represent the company that they bought them from. So they had to have some inside information. Right? There's no way you're going to know that a copier...
So this wasn't a legitimate person selling toner very well.
It wasn't. So he piggybacked.
Fraud.
He piggybacked on a copier.
Money.
Yeah, he piggybacked on a copier company that most of the time of these contracts, toner is either free or a reduced rate, and there's certain deals that you can do depending on how many copiers you get. But he would come in immediately after the deal was done. And then he would then say, I'm representing the company. Here's your toner cartridges that you need to get taken care of. Please sign this document. And no one read the documents.
Of course.
And so essentially he would overcharge them for toner, and he would continuously not send them toner, and it would come from the other company. It took him 6 years, and because of COVID, they had to wait for
was pretty smart,
for the deal. And he made $126 million in 6 years.
Cool.
Wow.
All right. How does this have to do with our cool whiskey throwdown?
I don't know. I just thought it was very interesting because I knew he was going to say Copiers.
This is Nathan going off the rails.
That's right. Okay, so Mark, you got the whiskey here.
Yes.
We used to work together, so that's where we know each other. So as much as he's a super fan, we used to work together and had a great time working. And so you've been listening to the show, which I appreciate because when we started, we had very few people listening. So I really appreciate it. Let me tell you, Mark is your biggest fan. He's not my biggest fan at all. He is your biggest fan. And when you start, it's like, Mike's just trying to be funny. He needs to be more serious. He needs to do this, and he needs to. When I would give you all that feedback, that was from Mark. So Mark would be like, "Okay, this is what Mike wants to do. This is what you need to do." And so we are excited to have him up here. He has spent a lot of time, and I'm going to turn it over just to you, and you can kind of explain and tell us why you think I would like it or why Mike would like it, and we'll see what we got for our palates.
So I put in 4 samples here.
Okay.
Now, just before I came, though, this morning my wife and I went out to brunch, and afterwards there was a distillery next door, so you couldn't pass that up.
Oh, that's awesome. Yep.
And it was just down here in Queen Anne. It was called Skybound. I stopped by there, and we did a full round of sampling there. And after I tasted their bourbon, I was like, I think Mike's really going to like it.
Oh, wow.
The bottle's right there. It's a really cool bottle. Each of their bottles are unique and something to do with the sky. This particular one represents with the moon cycles on the side.
Okay.
And you can check all those off and when you're drinking it and when the moon cycle is. And
there you go.
And it's a pretty nice bourbon, a little sweet, slight oak in it. I thought that would maybe...
We'll have to taste at the very end.
Yeah,
when your palate's totally
already blasted.
Yeah, already taken care of. That's right.
All right. So the first one we have is Old Forester Statesman.
Okay,
it's 94 proof. It's a high rye bourbon, and it was put out to coincide with a movie.
And which movie was that?
Wait.
Can you guess?
No.
Statesman.
Oh, no, Kingsman.
There you go.
There you go. Way to go.
I knew Mike could do it.
Mike, way to go there. Okay.
Yep. And so I think this one is kind of Nathan's kind of stick here.
Is this a Nathan stick?
I think so. It's kind of got a little vanilla, cinnamon, oak finish, and I know he really likes that cinnamon kind of flavors in there.
So you're thinking that I will like this. Maybe Mike
so.
won't like this.
I think Mike will be so-so on this.
Mike will be so-so on this.
We'll see on that.
Look at Mike. Did you
did
you get enough on that one?
Yeah, I'm being careful.
Okay. All right. I'm not being careful.
No.
All right. Here we go. Oh, that's got a bite.
It does.
All right. So
that's only 94 proof. Now they call this the poor man's birthday bourbon.
The poor man's
so
birthday bourbon.
Old Forester releases a birthday bourbon. I believe it's once a year. It's hot side after. I'd probably never see a bottle of this thing unless you go buy it from or get a shot somewhere. And they say this is very similar, the same juice, but ones that didn't quite make the cut.
So I do like this. This is. I don't think you do like it, do you?
It's so-so.
It's a so-so. Yeah. This is like a thumbs up for me. This is absolutely my type of.
This is it's tasty, but it's not. I don't like the bite.
You don't like the bite of it?
No.
Okay. All right.
Next one. We'll move on.
He didn't think you would, but I guess you're right with me there.
All right. So maybe I should ask this after we've sampled all the whiskey.
What's that?
How you're creating these ideas? How is it that?
We'll do that at the end. So psychology guy. Okay. Here
next
we go.
Next one is Four Roses. This is one I'm hoping Mike likes.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite ones. It's a single barrel, Four Roses.
Okay.
So no single barrels are not always the same, but Four Roses, of all the bourbon makers, does one of the best of keeping their barrel samples pretty consistent across it. It's also a high rye one. Four Roses is really interesting. They actually have 10 different recipes that they use for bourbons. So they have 2 different mash bills and 5 different yeasts.
Okay.
And they kind of do a mix and match.
Mix and match. So you're thinking that
board.
I probably won't like this, but Mike will.
I think you'd be okay on it, like so-so. I'm hoping Mike likes it. It's a little fruity, spicy, creamy. It is 100 proof, so it does have a little bit of that kick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just okay.
Yeah, I like that. That's
you like
good.
that?
Yeah.
So you do like that, and I'm just kind of It's probably like the last one that you were like, it was all right.
Mm-hmm. All right, you're 2 for 2.
All right, the next one I'm hoping both of you enjoy.
Oh, both of us now.
This is E.H. Taylor Small Batch.
E.H. Taylor Small Batch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now this one is a low rye. It's from Buffalo Trace Distillery. It's their mash bill number 1. So they have 2 mash bills.
Okay.
And this one kind of is like a little vanilla, light oak, kind of raisin on it. It's not overly complex, but I feel this is extremely balanced and really, really smooth, even at 100 proof. It's a bottled and bond.
Okay. So he's trying to think that we'll both like this one.
I think you'll both like this one, or I'm hoping.
Okay.
Slowly sipping.
Oh. What do you think, Mike?
That's good.
That's good?
That's good.
Yeah, we got a little bit of dead air here. Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I should have kept talking.
Yeah, you keep on talking while we're doing dead air. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. What do you think? What do you think? Does that sound? So you're 3 for 3.
3 for 3.
Uh-oh.
All right, the last one I was debating to bring, but it's a hard to find bourbon.
Okay.
Usually, it's called Stag Junior.
Stag Junior.
Now
so it's not Stag Senior.
It's not George T. Stag. That's the big one.
Okay.
But it's the same juice, but doesn't quite make the cut.
Okay.
It's still sought after. It's a low rye. It's also mash bill number 1 from Buffalo Trace, but it is. I'll tell you what the proof is after you drink it. It has some oak on it, some sweet cherry, has a little heat. It has a very long finish with a little brown sugar.
Little brown sugar. I like a little brown sugar. Brown sugar bourbon.
Is that That wasn't your destiny joke?
No, that wasn't my destiny. No. No.
Okay.
No, wow. Alcohol's working.
It is no brown sugar bourbon, which
No.
technically is not even a bourbon.
I know you hate that I like that one.
I was scared to bring him after the screwball last week.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
That one's really good.
That's the best. So I think we built all the way up to the best.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That one's good.
That is really smooth.
All right, Mike, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
It is 130.9 proof.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's
I could drink a lot of
that's
this.
getting up there, Everclear status there.
I could drink a lot of that too. You know that
yeah.
that probably wouldn't be really good.
But it does not have the harshness. It has the alcohol. You'll feel it. You'll get that beautiful hug in the chest.
You can have it. Yeah.
What's that?
You can have it.
You can have it. You don't want to take that home?
No, I'm already in trouble from the screwball stuff.
Oh, for drinking that?
Yeah.
Wow. So these are okay. So now let's get into the logic of how you kind of deducted from what we got. So
Yeah, that's.
so Mike's all interested.
I know
about
you were because you were talking at the beginning of the show before we went on air that I was a little difficult for you.
Yes, you were because I know you don't always like the high alcohol burns, which I understand. You like it a little smooth, and you tended not to like the rise.
Right.
And so I'm like, oh, he doesn't like that spice hit or those. And then I'm like, whoa, some of these were high rye. But then you had the other day the pepper rye, I forgot James E. Pepper,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and you enjoyed that one. And I have that one at home, and I'm like, that's got a little kick to it. I'm like, what the heck? And then you guys like screwball,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't know.
The peanut butter.
the peanut, that's like,
Is that like imitation whiskey? You don't consider those real whiskeys,
That's like
right?
that. Yeah, it's like a candy whiskey.
I love those. I like that brown sugar bourbon and the screwball, the little tastes. So
Yeah.
I'm not
I
a
wouldn't
purist.
consider that bourbon, or I don't even think it's labeled a bourbon. But
Brown sugar bourbon?
no, the screwball.
Oh, the screwball
It's
is
just really good tasting whiskey.
yeah, with tastes like a Reese's Pieces with a
Yeah.
little bit of kick. All right. Well, Mr. Gregoire, you are 4 for 4.
Yeah, we're gonna try this.
You gonna try that one? Why don't you try that? So he thinks you like that too. Let's see.
I think so. That's the one I wasn't sure, but it was after brunch, and
After brunch, so it's
and I
kind of
had
like
it was a fun distillery. If anybody goes down to this distillery in Queen Anne, Skybound, make sure Steven helps you. He's the co-owner there, and he can talk. He tells a great story. Nathan,
good.
you would
I'd
get
love him.
along so well with him.
I would love him. That would be fantastic. All right, so this is
They have the whole
It's really good
things. They got
stuff.
gin,
it's got a little bit of cinnamon smell.
Yeah.
vodka.
Is there a cinnamon taste? Is there a cinnamon taste in this?
Maybe a little bit. There's a little sweetness to it.
Oh, all right. Mike's gonna.
Oh, that's delicious.
It's really smooth.
Mike's
That's why I thought
really
it's
smooth. Yeah.
really smooth.
Oh, the Stag Junior though. Let me just tell you, Stag Junior, Christmas gift item 101 for Mr. Mumm. It's 130.9 proof, dude. And this thing wasn't this so smooth?
That
though?
was delicious.
So I know you always
That's
talk
delicious.
prices on all your stuff.
Yeah,
so
what's the prices
The Four
here?
Roses is what I picked it up for. Was $50.
Okay.
The Statesman is $55.
Okay.
E.H. Taylor Small Batch $45, and
Okay.
Stag Junior $50. Now those are all what I'm in Oregon, so we have our liquor is monitored and set prices.
Yeah.
If you go to other states like
Washington or California.
that Stag Junior can go for up to $250, $300 on the secondary market.
Wow. So I'll
And
just
it's hard to find.
So after the show, I'll slide you a couple bills, and then you can get me some Stag Junior, and then I can.
Sounds like there's going to be a road trip to Portland pretty soon.
That's right. We should go down there and do some Stag Junior tastings. All right. Well, that is our whiskey. You are.
I got one more thing if you have a
Okay,
second.
one more. You got one
I
more.
heard you on the first hour and you were talking about the char.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So explain to me what's the char? The 3 char.
So char, I don't know how many chars there is,
Okay.
but the main ones they use is 1 through 4.
Okay.
And what it is how much time that barrel is fired. It's from 15 seconds, which is char 1, all the way up to char 4, which is 55 seconds, and that's also known as alligator char. So it's how long that barrel is charred and burned before they dump the white dog in it.
So explain this to everybody on the radio. So you're telling me that they have this nice, beautiful barrel,
Usually oak,
Yeah.
new oak wood barrel.
And they set it on fire?
Yes, they do.
Why would you do that to a nice barrel?
Because that's what gives you
That's
the
what gives you
bourbon
the flavor.
And legally, it has to have a char on it to be called bourbon.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's one of the requirements.
Okay.
Most of them out there.
You knew that?
Yeah.
See, I know technology. You're the wine.
I'm not the
You're
real
the wine
I'm not
/
the
whiskey guy.
I'm not the wine whiskey guy.
Yeah,
I
you
just
are.
like the taste.
You're WW.
Am I?
Okay. Wine and whiskey. There you go.
Wine and whiskey.
All right.
Wine about whiskey.
Wine about whiskey.
Yeah.
There you go. Mark, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
You're welcome. Wore my tech shirt for you here.
Oh, what do you got? Bourbon inside? Oh, it looks like an Intel inside. So he's got bourbon inside.
That's perfect for the show. That's the show.
That, you know what?
Tech and whiskey.
We should figure out where he got some of those. We should wear those one of these days.
Yeah, where did you get those?
This one is from a YouTube channel called Bourbon Blind.
Okay.
And they do whiskey tastings without knowing what it is and give their opinions on it. Great show. The one I wore last night, which was Back to the Bourbon and the shape and logo of Back to the Future. That's from Curiosity Public. I love those guys. They do not just whiskey, but they do tequila and rum and other liquors. Great channel.
Great channel. So you listen to all the. So you're telling us that on TechTime Radio, you're not really listening for the whiskey information. Is that correct?
I am listening for your reaction and how you feel about things, but not for the technical knowledge.
Yeah, we didn't talk about how you arrived at these. Did you do this with a table or
an Excel spreadsheet or a pivot table or anything like that, or did you just guess?
No, it was just listening to you guys and kind of going, what was in my cupboard, and kind of going,
okay,
what you guys like, and I kind of know Nathan's taste.
Yeah, so Nathan's algorithm theory just kind of washed out.
Yeah, there probably wasn't. We're probably pretty simple to figure out if we like it or not.
Well, I'm pretty. Simple.
I like it if it's cheap and it's okay taste, and I can get a buzz off of it. Right? I mean, very simple.
Is that?
That's kind of it.
Yeah, I'm mostly about the taste. It doesn't matter if it's cheap or expensive. It's just if it works with my palate.
Well, I do know that Mr. Gregoire has 3 bottles for us to taste on these upcoming next 3 weeks. So they're all very good whiskeys. So that will get you excited that we won't have any.
We won't have any Canadian mist.
Back on the air to have horrible things. So no, that's right. All right, well, we're going to take a commercial break here. When we come on back, we have our Bad Big Brother segment that we're going to be talking about. We may have some callers. Again, if you want to ask us a question on the air, you can contact us at 425-373-5527. I'm Nathan Mumm. We got David Brown behind the board. Mark Gregoire here as our special guest, and Mr. Gordy to my left. See you after the break.
Hello, my name is Arthur, and my life's work is connecting people with coffee. Story Coffee is a small batch specialty coffee company that uses technology to connect people to each product resource, which allows farmers to unlock their economic freedom. Try our Medium Roast Founder Series coffee, which is an exotic bourbon variety that is smooth, fresh, and elegant at storycoffee.com. That's STORI coffee.com. Today you can get your first bag free when you subscribe at storycoffee.com with code TechTime. That's STORI coffee.com.
Hi, this is Lisa Downs, host of Reigniting You, a new show here on KKNW that explores a variety of topics and timely issues for making mid to late career transitions. I'll be here every Wednesday afternoon at 3 o'clock bringing you guest interviews, career transition advice, and great stories to guide you to what's next in your career and life. Gain a renewed sense of purpose for your next phase with a positive, forward-looking approach. Get ready to be re-energized, recharged, and reignited Wednesdays at 3 o'clock.
Hey, babe, I hear that you can download a new voice on Siri.
No way.
Yes, it's true. It's a voice that goes, hey, you big hunk. What do you want to do and where do you want to go?
Stop it.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm kidding.
What has tech ever done for our relationships?
We can't talk about that on the radio.
If you want to eavesdrop on juicy conversations that no one is having around all things love, sex, and relationships, join us right here, 1 p.m. on KKNW and wherever you get your podcast.
We look forward to seeing you in the Love Shack.
Your business deserves the same expertise as that of a Fortune 500 company. If you need a CIO-level service, why hire a full-time staff member at $250,000 a year when you can get this on-demand service for fractions of the cost? As your CIO on demand, we'll give you the steps you need to take so as to minimize interruption to your business and profitability, and provide you and your business with training and education to prevent future attacks. To get an efficiency review for your business today, contact us at www.ee-services.com.
Welcome back to Tech Time Radio. I'm your host, Nathan Mumm. We got Micro Day here. Our special super fan here, Mark Gregoire, has joined us, and we are now going to start our next segment right now.
Bad Big Brother.
So, we've sort of hinted at this a few times.
Yep.
Guess what LAPD officers are doing?
What's that?
They are being told to collect social media data on every civilian stop that they do.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're supposed to get social media. So
Los Angeles Police Department has directed its officers to collect social media information of every civilian they interview, including individuals who were not arrested or accused of a crime.
Really? So I heard that copies of these field interview cards, this is all over Reddit, all over the internet, has information that each of the officers have to do regarding Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and other social media accounts that they're going to ask information about when they pull somebody over. So let me say, if I'm on the street and I'm walking by and an LAPD cop comes up to me and asks me what my Twitter account is or what my social media account is.
Well, they can't just come up and ask you for that information.
Okay.
But if they stop you,
for
speeding, or they have to have a predetermined reason. Maybe not predetermined. That's probably the wrong word. They have to have a reason for engaging you.
Okay.
So otherwise, they'd be out there just asking random folks for their stuff. But if you get stopped for speeding or whatever, then they are directed to ask you these questions about your social media presence.
So how'd they find out about this?
How did who find out?
How did we find out about this? I mean, how did this break?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know? So the Brennan Center conducted a review, and essentially they're a not-for-profit organization that has raised concerns about civil liberties and the potential for mass surveillance of civilians without justification.
Yeah, and that's really the big issue here.
Okay.
Is this an invasion of privacy? Are they overstepping their bounds? They're constitutional. I'm sure if this continues, that it will be heading into that realm of the Supreme Court.
So what's interesting is this nonprofit also polled 40 other agencies across the United States. And guess what they found?
What'd they find?
Nobody else other than the LA Police Department were asking for social media information.
Yeah. Now, the question is how do you feel about that? Do you have any opinions about that? Because here's the other side of the story. Everybody has social media.
Yep.
And we're always throwing it out there. See me on Twitter. See me on Facebook.
Yeah.
So it's almost, unless they're asking you for your passwords, it's almost like, who cares?
You know what? I think the reason why it's on the Bad Big Brother segment is they probably should have disclosed this information and not necessarily hid it. And considering that other agencies aren't asking for this, I don't know if I would give out you could just Google Nathan Mumm, and you're probably going to find my Facebook page, and you're going to probably find my Twitter account.
It sort of seems like a lazy way of going about it because they do this anyway.
Correct.
If you are involved in a crime or you're a person of interest, they're going to scope out your
social media,
just like employers are doing nowadays, just like potential suitors are doing.
In the dating market, you post something on Facebook, and you can go on back 2 or 3 years. People will go through that and see what you posted and what you said about political information.
We've got a historical record of our thoughts and feelings about things posted for all these people to view, and we've, especially in the employment realm, this has been a big deal because potential employers have been doing this, and there's wide advice about what you're supposed to be posting and what you're not supposed to be posting, because you don't want to walk into an interview, have a great interview, and then have your potential employer go and look and you're wearing a lampshade dancing naked on a table the weekend before.
Yeah. Now, so like James Gunn, right? So he got fired from Guardians of the Galaxy 3, right? Disney fired him for quotes that he had made on Twitter that were 8 years previous.
Yes, and that's part of this cancel culture idea, where we're taking people's past responses and we're basically giving them responsibility for it now. But people change over time.
Yeah, so like James Gunn, he apologized, right?
Yeah.
So Big Guardian, he said, "I'm sorry, I took some comments out of line. I said it 8 years ago. My views have changed. I apologize to everybody." And essentially, Disney still fired him, right?
Yeah,
only because he went to.
And that's really their prerogative. That again, we're talking about a brand new way of advertising our belief systems.
But should the police department be using this and collecting this data for each of the individuals and having that on file? I think that's the big question.
That's the question. Is it right for them to come up and if they stop you for speeding or doing something wrong, and say we need your social media information?
Yeah, I don't think you should be able to do
so. And I think we're going to see that this is going to create a large controversy, and especially as this story continues to roll.
Yep.
I'm sure we're gonna see this, unless they retract this directive.
I'm sure they're going to continue.
If they continue, we'll see it get into the federal court system.
I think so. All right, David, you're raising a hand over there. What can we do for you?
Yeah, actually, we have one more caller, and it looks like we have a couple minutes.
Do they want to talk about LAPD?
No, the screen says it's a Windows 10 type question.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right. Well,
all right, Kate,
take it out and beat it with a hammer.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, Kate, here you go.
Well, hi, y'all. I was wondering what I would do if my Windows 10 fails to update every single time.
Throw your computer out.
You just already did that on the other hard drive too. You just throw. You must be. You go through computers like every week, huh?
Yeah, I wish.
Okay.
If I were a billionaire, that's what I would do. I would just chuck it if it didn't work, because I have it's that love-hate relationship with technology. When it works, it's awesome, but when it doesn't work, it's just mind-numbingly frustrating.
So here's the answer to the Windows update. Yeah. I've had that happen to my machine.
I have
too.
one at home that continues to do that.
Okay, so you have to go online to Microsoft.com, and they have a great utility tool. Make sure you only go to Microsoft.com, and what you need to look for is Windows Update Fixer. Okay,
Windows Update Fixer.
FIXER. Fixer.
I didn't know about this one.
Okay, so
I don't even think we talked about this.
We have not talked about this. So you can actually download it, and what it'll do is it'll actually go back to the last good update that it has, remove all the files, because what most likely happened is you did a Windows update. You probably left your computer on for too long without rebooting it is the number one cause of that. Or it wasn't completed all the way done, so it's like at 60, 70%. Or you can, this isn't. If you run out of hard drive space, you got a completely other issue. And listen to our first hour because we talked about how to correct that. But essentially what happened is the Windows Update Fixer, if you do that, it'll come on up with a tool. You download this tool, and it'll go back and it'll remove all of your updates to a stable version that they have available. And then what it'll do is it'll allow you to incrementally update your updates. So it'll go and say, hey, yeah, it looks like you had a screwed up one here at 50127 upgrade, and we're going to take you back to 5026 upgrade where we know it's working, and then we'll let you upgrade it and have the issue to take care of it. So it's either you probably had your computer on too long after an update without rebooting it, and then another update came down and it may have downloaded some of those files so it didn't know which files to load, or what happened is you had 80% of the way done, you shut down and restarted your computer without them knowing about it. And so they couldn't copy all those files, but it happens quite a bit on Windows 10. I don't know if they're going to fix it on Windows 11, but
that's why they have a Windows Fixer.
That's right. So you can go there, and so it actually is a utility tool. It'll fix Outlook issues. It'll fix Word issues. It actually has a selection where it'll ask you like 20 questions. What are you trying to fix? And it's a download tool that will actually go into your settings, go through the registry, clean it on out, make sure that it's nice and clean. I actually run this every...
So this is better than getting those registry cleaners out of
third absolutely. Party. Yeah, don't do that at all. Don't do that. Don't do anything online that helps you with any... you can clean your registry, because most of those things are spyware, and you're going to get your machine hacked. So don't do that. But yeah, you can just go to Microsoft.com, look for Windows Utilities. Windows Fixer is the keyword that will then trigger it for the tool set. You can get that taken care of. So that will help your machine.
Nice.
Also, all right. Well,
I know what I'm doing tonight.
Are you going to run the Windows Fixer? You need to do it because it takes forever to load your Sea of Thieves, and it's our Sea of Thieves night tonight, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. And updates on other games. It's just games.
It's just games?
Everything else updates like mad quick, but if it's a game, I have to sit there for like an hour.
Your ARC stuff and everything else. We got.
Oh, David's
all right, David's
he's
waving a finger.
He's waving that finger.
That's right. All right, David, we got you. So I had a great time. We had 2 hours. We had our Mark Gregoire, our guest super fan, on, and he picked out the right whiskeys. We got Mike Gordy.
That was great.
Here. We're going to have a great time. We'll see you next week. We got David behind the board. Thank you for joining us for 2 hours. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us on TechTime Radio. We hope that you had a chance to have that moment in technology today. We also have a few other ways to stay connected, including subscribing to our podcast on any podcast service from Apple to Google and everything in between. And also signing up on our YouTube page, where you get to see us live in video. Yep, you can see us chat and have some fun. It's youtube.com/TechTimeRadio, all one word. We hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did making it for you. From all of us at TechTime Radio, remember, Mumm's the word. Have a safe and fantastic week.